Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review, the final and last review, you guys, for Insecure Season 5, Episode 10, which is also the season finale, which is also the series finale. You guys, I can't believe we are here, but we are here. It was a lot of ups and downs in this episode. I wasn't mad at it, but a lot crammed into that 30-40 minutes. So, I mean, it's a shame that it took this long to get to this point. Like, I feel like they wasted 8 episodes, and they could have put those 8 episodes into maybe 4 episodes, and then we could have got 6 episodes of, you know, all the stuff that we got in this last episode. So it's fine, you guys. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's done, you guys. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems like we've just started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Yes, I'm telling my age. Y'all had to watch Carol Burnett to know that. Anyway, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show picks up where it ended last week, which was with Nathan being very pissed about what happened at Tiffany and Derek's party. And he has every right to feel that way. It was terrible that Lawrence chose that time to say what he had to say. Terrible timing. Anyway, you know, Nathan is just like, you know what, this is a mistake. Like, he'd been fighting this feeling that he's been having for a long time. I think he just felt like Issa was not all the way 100% over Lawrence, and she wasn't. So he said he has to take a step back, and, you know, she's trying to get him to come in the house. Come on, let's talk about it. And he's just sort of like, no. She doesn't really have anything else to say, so she was just like, okay. She goes in the house, all right, looking really, really upset. And she gets a text message from Lawrence apologizing, saying that's not how he wanted the night to go. She's like, nigga, I mean, like, really? That's not how did you think this night was going to go? You couldn't have said, listen, we need to talk. I'm going to call you later. Please be available. Like, you had to do that while her man was there. Come on. So anyway, she doesn't answer the text message. She just goes and lays down on the couch. And I was like, poor Issa. This time, she really didn't do anything. She's in trouble because of some shit that somebody else did. But whatever. The next day, Molly comes over. And when she sees Issa, she was like, damn, you really didn't want company, huh? You know, Issa's looking like the cat that been pulled through the keyhole. You know, she brought breakfast. She doesn't really want breakfast. You know, try to get yourself together, girl. You know, so she said she's going to go take a shower. And when she goes into the bathroom, she sees me in the mirror. And her me was like, girl, are you okay? Because you did all that crying last night. That's all I heard. You know, you did all of this thinking, all of this worrying, all of this stress, and just to end up where you are. Issa was like, I just want to fast forward to the part of my life where everything is okay. And the girl was just like, good luck with that. Got to live life as it comes at you. Fast forward to Molly's birthday. Not quite sure how long. It can't be but a couple of months maybe after Derek and Tiffany left, because remember they talked about them all getting together for their birthdays. So it's Molly's birthday. Issa looks like she's hosting it over at Molly's house. They have, you know, she has people over there to celebrate her birthday, and Issa's trying to entertain the crowd. Molly is not out yet. They said something about a partnership, but I was like, are they talking about Torian's partnership, or are they talking about Molly? I wasn't quite sure, but I think I did hear something about partnership. Not that it really matters, but y'all just clear me up on that one, because I thought they said something about a partnership. Anyway, Tiffany gets there. Kelly was just like, girl, let me introduce you to somebody. And Tiffany's like, she got a new boyfriend. And she walks over there to the guy, and Issa was like, yeah, you know, once she broke up with Daniel Kaluuya, she's kind of like, this is like a rebound. And Tiffany was like, don't you have to have actually been with the person before you could have a rebound? Issa was like, please don't make it difficult. Just go with Kelly. You know how Kelly is. So Kelly's got this guy. His name is Desmond, I think was his name. Yes, it was Desmond, you guys. And Tiffany was like, okay, so how did you guys meet? And they just started giggling coyly, like, and Tiffany was like, where's Molly? Okay, Issa was like, yeah, let me go get Molly because Kelly is too much. So Issa goes in the other room and Molly is like having a hard time picking out her clothes. Okay, she's just nervous. She wants to make sure that she has a good impression for Torian's people. You know, she just doesn't want to just go out there. And Issa was like, girl, you good. Anything that's on this bed, anything that you have is going to be just fine. And so Molly was like, did I hear that Tiffany was here? And she was like, yeah, girl, we're going to have to go visit Tiffany. You know, it's like, I need a vacation. I need to get away. And Molly was like, are you still feeling like? And she was like, yeah, like my life is a mess. Yes. And she was just like, why? You know, everything is going good. We've come so far and, you know, we ought to be proud. And they have. Both Molly and Issa are totally different. Totally different than last season. I almost feel like Molly is a whole different person. She's nothing like she's ever been. But whatever, you know, Issa's just telling her, listen, girl, tonight is all about you. You know what? I need you to enjoy yourself. And Molly thanks her for allowing her to be celebrated, because Molly is the type that just never wants anything, you know, wants anything done for her. Then the time fast forward some more, and we see Issa with Koya. Koya is at, I think they're at the block, or they at Crenshaw's place. And Koya's telling her, like, there's some problems with the pipes burst, you know, and they got all this water damage. And Issa was just like, fuck, like, we do not need this. Okay, I'm assuming because she is working with Crenshaw that she did not take the job with NBW. So, I mean, I guess she made the decision that was best for her. And then when she opens the door, they're like, surprise! So now it is Issa's birthday. Everybody is there. You know, they're there to celebrate her birthday. And she's sitting with her girls talking, and they're telling her to just like, you know what, it's your birthday. It's time to get you some birthday dick, okay? And she's looking around at the prospects in the room, and there's this guy over there. And, you know, she was just like, okay, I got it. You know, she gonna get up and go over there and talk to him. Child, she go over there and talk to him, and then she come back and ask him for a wipe because she done spilled red wine. They were just like, girl, you just gonna always be you, huh? And then while she's talking to them, they kind of make a face, and she looks over, and we see Nathan walk in, okay? And I was just like, oh, God. So this is the first time that Issa's seen Nathan since the big breakup, okay? And so she walks over to him, and he tells her how he still gets the block emails. So that's how he knew that this was going on. You know, he just wanted to come on by. The barbershop took up a donation, you know, to give to her. And she was just like, that's what's up. You know, that's really, really nice, okay? And so she said that, you know, she had been reaching out to him. He said, yeah, I know. I've been getting your messages. I got all of your messages. And she was like, I just wanted to make sure that you were like, okay, and that you weren't going to regret anything. And he said, no, I don't regret anything. All right. But I guess it's clear that this time in their lives has passed and that they are definitely not going to get back together. So I was just like, okay, well, at least, because I thought that even though he was heartbroken because he did love Issa, or at least he thought he did, I thought it was going to be something that she did. She didn't really do anything. You know, this was really just kind of him opening his eyes and realizing that it was just not going to work between the two of them. You know, this was not the time. Issa's heart is not 100% in it. So, you know, even though he was hurt the last time that they spoke, he's gotten over it. He's gotten past it. And it looks like they're going to be cool. I don't see them having any more contact with each other. But at least this chapter is closed pretty smoothly. So no more Nathan. And I actually was a little sadder than I thought I was going to be about that fact. Now, you guys, the girls all go visit Tiffany. All right. And they go to her house. She has a really beautiful home there. You know, once they finish admiring everything, then Tiffany sits them down and tells them how much she hates it there. You know, she doesn't have any friends or family there. Derek's family is not really the nicest. Her daughter's the only black girl in her class. You know, she hasn't found a job yet. It's just like one thing after the other, and she's just, you know, she's over it. And you know how it is when your friends be telling you stuff and you don't really have a solution. You just be like, girl, it's gonna work out. You know, what else can you say? This is your family. Y'all had to relocate. You're gonna have to make it work. But anyway, fill Tiffany in what's been going on with them, and they tell her that Issa got a new man. And she was just like, no, it ain't nothing like that. I am too busy. I got a lot of work going on. Okay, but she is seeing this guy, and he's a giver and she's a taker, so it works out perfectly. So I guess Issa's now in this stage where she's just dating around, nothing too serious. I guess getting your sexual needs met, because otherwise you just be like, why am I even seeing this person? You ever felt like you was just wasting your fucking time? Okay. They cool or whatever, but you was fine if they didn't come over. Like, that's where Issa is. Later on, she sees Molly, and Molly is working on her laptop, always working. And, you know, Issa was asking her, like, you think Tiffany's going to be okay? And she was just like, yeah, you know, she was going to be fine. So Issa was just like, girl, you need to take a break. And she was like, come on, let's have some wine. I have a little wine juice, you know. So she goes over to the cabinet to get a wine glass out. And when she looks down, it's like one of those digital picture frames. And it's right on the cycle where it shows Lawrence and Condola and the baby. So she kind of looks down at it, and then she just was like, you know, so she goes over to give Molly the glass, and she noticed that Issa had saw the picture. And so then Molly was like, Issa, let me ask you, I never asked you, what would you have said to Lawrence if he, you know, if Nathan hadn't interrupted you guys that night? And this is the thing that's funny. You know, Issa and Molly have had that history where Molly's always blamed her for her bad decisions and all. And much of the reason why Issa is where she is in her life right now is because she's listened to her friends and not necessarily done exactly what she wanted to do. So it's been like this whole roundabout way of getting to how she really feels about Lawrence, you know. So Issa tells her that she didn't want to look all inconsistent like everybody always telling her that she, you know, is. And Molly was like, girl, don't overthink it. Like, you know, it ain't that deep. Either you like him or you don't. Either you want to talk to him or you don't, you know. But that's funny because that's not how Molly has been. And so I guess Issa is trying to get used to this new Molly, this less judgmental Molly. Okay, this Molly that's been through some things, I guess, and sees things a little differently. So while they're sitting there talking, her phone rings and it's Curtis. And then, you know, Molly's just like, wait a minute, Curtis, slow down, slow down. And you're like, what? And I was like, oh. I figured that it was going to be a death. I thought it was going to be one of the more main characters in the show, but it turned out to be Molly's mom who died. They've been talking about life and death this whole season. So Molly's mom has passed. Now jumping over to Lawrence, we see Lawrence and it's his birthday, okay? And he's on FaceTime with his parents, and, you know, seems to be going pretty good. You know, him and Condola are still co-parenting, you know, little baby Ja. And the parents actually like Condola, you know, she's really sweet, she's a good mom, you know, and all of this. And I was just like, oh, no. I don't, even if Lawrence and Issa didn't work out, I didn't want Lawrence to be with Condola. So I was just like, oh no, not when the parents like child, when the parents like you, it's just like, oh God. So while he's on the phone with them, Issa comes in on the FaceTime and he hangs up. Okay. So now he's talking to Issa, and Issa was just like, hey. And he was like, hey, you know, and she was just like, okay, I was just calling to tell you, you know, happy birthday. And she didn't really want too much time to pass since the last time that they spoke. And so this was her calling him to see, you know, let her take him out for his birthday, you know, if he didn't have any plans. And he was like, actually, I do have plans. And of course, now she's embarrassed. Okay. Scratch your neck molded, you know. And she was like, of course you have plans. I mean, it's your birthday. Like, well, let me let you get to it when the doorbell rings. And she hangs up the phone before she's embarrassed anymore. And I was just like, oh, God. We ain't gonna never get these two together. Okay? So he goes to the door. Thank God it's not Condola. So I was like, okay. It's a new bitch. It probably ain't that serious. So, all right. There's still some hope for Issa and Lawrence. Now, later on, we see it's Kelly's birthday. Okay, and we see Issa and her new man go to Kelly's. She's having a dinner party, and she's still with the guy Desmond. And we see Derek and Tiffany there, or was it just Tiffany? It might have just been Tiffany. And then we see, well, Molly's not there. So once Issa gets there and gets seated and all, Kelly tells him that she has she has something to tell everybody, that they're going to be having a baby. And everybody's like, oh, you know, Tiffany jumps up like, oh my gosh, she's so excited for Kelly. And Issa was just like, well, that's crazy. It's like, you never wanted kids. You don't even like kids. And she was like, I know. She was like, but this nigga got me doing all kind of shit that I didn't think I liked to do. Okay. And she was like, including the butt stuff. Issa was like, I never need to know that. But congratulations, Kelly is going to be a mother. And I was just like, oh my God, who could picture Kelly as a mother? I am so sad that we didn't get to see that in the season. So anyway, after the night of Kelly's party, she goes home with her new guy. And, you know, we about to get ready for the evening, if you know what I mean. And she's in the bathroom. All right. And she was just like, cannot believe that Kelly is, you know, pregnant, about to have a baby. Like, all of this is going on. Oh my God, let me call Molly. Wait till I tell her. All right, and the old boy is in the room and he calling her like, come on, you know, waiting on her. But you can tell that she's not really interested in the guy. So while she's trying to call Molly, then her phone rings and it's Lawrence, okay? And me in the mirror was like, you better not answer that. And she was like, why not? And she was just like, because it's not going to ever work out with you, you crazy bitch, okay? You got old boy in the other room. He is ready to dick you down. Like, why are you even going? So, Issa, listening to her me in the mirror, does not answer the phone. And I almost threw my phone at the TV. I was just like, you know the fuck what? Issa doesn't love her fans. She does not want us to have this pleasure of knowing that her and Lawrence are back together. Like, are you really not going to answer this phone and this man? Child, how many times we going to go back and forth and back and forth? Oh my God, that was almost my breaking point. I was so irritated. I kept looking at the time of what was left in the show, and I was just like, okay, we still got some time. Like, I know the fuck you and Lawrence better at least have a conversation. That's what I do damn know. But I was irritated. I was so irritated with that scene. Okay, when she went out there to go to the guy in the me in the mirror was all, you know, teasing her. She gave her the finger. I was like, that's exactly how I feel about you, Issa. Fuck you. Shit. Now, fast forward some more time and it's Molly's birthday again. So now we are a year later. Molly is dealing with her mom's death. Issa calls her on the phone to find out how she's doing. And she was just like, I really miss her. Like, you know, she just can't believe that her mom is gone. But she and Torian are for real an item now. They are for real full-blown couple. And, you know, everybody's life in this last year, I'm assuming, has just gotten busy. And they don't get together as much as they wanted to. You know, Issa and Molly was like, we got to get together. You know, what is going on? Like, why haven't we been hanging out or anything? And it's just life. As you get older, you don't have as much time for your friends. I mean, now you got a family. We see that Kelly is now working at the law firm with Molly, because remember, Molly was, I forgot to mention it, but Molly told her that, you know, that there was a position open for her there at the firm. So Kelly is there with Molly, and yeah, life is good. But Issa's moving into her new office. And so she's there at the office and she is, you know, trying to put her furniture in and get it all decorated and everything. And then, child, finally Lawrence walks in. And as soon as I saw him, you guys, my heart started beating fast. I was like, oh, this is it. So when he comes in, you know, it's kind of awkward. And she was just like, you know, do you want the grand tour? And he was like, yeah. So she just kind of takes him around the room and says, this is what she plans on doing with this. And Koya's going to have this over here and this, that, and the other. You know, the grand tour takes all of 2 minutes. And she was like, well, maybe I overestimated the grand tour, you know. But so now he's here. So I was just like, okay, let's have this conversation. Let's do it. So she has the conversation, says that, you know, she just had to really figure out some things in life. You know, she really realized now that it wasn't anything anybody else was doing. It was really about her. She had to be sure, you know, had to have the confidence within herself that, you know, what she wanted in her life. And, you know, how to go after it, you know. So now that she's figured that out, she's realized that she was just all in her head. She was just in her head too much, which is what we all know about Issa for the last 5 seasons. She's just always overthinking things. Lawrence is looking hopeful. And I was like, okay, he still wants us to work. And she was just like, he was like, so, you know, like, what does that mean? And, you know, what happens with us? And she was just like, I'm okay with trying to find out. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God, you guys. And then they just started kissing. And I was like, oh my God, I am about to have a tear. Like, I am about to cry. You guys know Rocky love. Oh my God. There was a time where I didn't think that I wanted Lawrence and Issa to be together, but they needed to be together. We started off with them at the beginning. They needed to be together at the end. I don't care how realistic or unrealistic it might have been. They needed to be together. So I was happy that they was hugging and kissing. And I was just like, oh, finally. Girl, get your man. Man, get your girl. So I was happy. And then fast forward some more time and we see a wedding going on. Molly and Torian are getting married. Okay. And again, my heart was so happy because who would have ever thought that Molly and Torian would have ended up together? Such an asshole that he was, the way that Molly was, but these two have come together and they just look extremely happy, you know, and we see Issa and Kelly and them as the bridesmaids. And I was just like, oh, this is so much happiness. I can't take it. After the wedding, when the bridal party was sitting at a table and they was watching Molly and him dance, I was just like, oh my gosh, where's Lawrence? Because Issa was sitting by herself and I was just like, oh my God, don't tell me they broke up. It didn't work. But he comes and brings her a glass of champagne. I was like, okay, let me calm down, you know. And he was like, are you okay? And she was just like, there goes my girl. Like, you know, life ain't about to be the same anymore. She has a husband now, you know, we for real grown. And so Lawrence was just like, come on, let's go dance, you know. And he gets her out on the dance floor and they look happy and Molly looks happy and Kelly. And I was just like, oh, you guys. So after the wedding and Issa is helping Molly, look, I'm getting choked up now, but Issa is helping Molly take off her wedding dress. And you could tell that the emotions was real because this is the end of the series, obviously. And these two have been working together all this time and became pretty good friends. So them crying, it was just like so natural because you know that they really truly felt like this was like the end of an era. It was breaking up, you know, the group, and you know, everybody is maturing on and going on to their lives and all of that. So, you know, Molly just tells her thank you, you know, for always being there. And I was just like, oh, I'm cry, you guys. Oh my gosh. I was like for real crying. Like how I'm about to start crying now. Like that's how I was. I was really tears coming down. Let me get it together, you guys. It is just a show. But Molly tells her as long as she's around, as long as Issa's around, she knows she's going to be okay. So it was really good to see where their friendship is coming. You know, they hug and everything. And then, you guys, the last scene we see is Issa driving through LA. And it was so many memories because I knew exactly where she was and all of it. Because she's definitely films right over by where my dad lives, where I grew up. Even into Inglewood she films, but she films a lot in the Leimert Park area, Crenshaw District, and Inglewood. And so she's driving all through there and just kind of looking at all of her old spots and different places she's been. And then she drives some length, so I'm sure she's not really in probably LA. And then when she gets home, you know, we hear her call out to Lawrence, and then we hear the baby's voice, Issa, and I was just like, oh, the baby is there. Okay, he probably about 4 years old now. Okay, and Lawrence and Issa are there. They kiss. All right, and it's her birthday. Actually, I think it's her birthday. And, you know, they're going to go out, but they're going to celebrate with little baby Ja first. And, you know, he's so sweet. And Issa seems to love him. And he seems to love Issa. And, you know, they're going to cut the cake. And, oh, you guys, it was just really good. Now, it wasn't the happily ever after that Issa dreamt of. But it was a happily ever after that she wanted. And her and Lawrence are working together. And they're mature. And you can tell they're settled in their lives and happy and not a lot of drama. And I was just like, oh, I'm so glad they made it back to each other, you guys. I'm so glad. If they decide to do an Insecure movie in 5 years, I'm here for it. I would love to see where Issa and Lawrence are. But yeah, you guys. So it was a lot of up and downs. They took us through a lot in them because I think it was more than 30 minutes. It was probably closer to 40 minutes, but I can't believe the show is over. Like I said, they wasted 8 episodes to get us up to episode 9 when all the action happened, when they could have crammed those 8 episodes probably into 4 episodes, and we could have extended this part so it didn't feel like we was going up and down and all over the place on these last 2 episodes, and really just this last episode. But last 3 episodes has been a lot of in the future and, you know, fast forwarding and rewinding it back and going. So it's been a lot of confusion kind of. But this last episode, even though it did give me what I wanted, It did give me what I wanted. I'm just, listen, we can't cry over spilled milk. Shit, it is what it is. Bitch, be happy that Lawrence and Issa made it back together. Let that be that shit, okay? It's done, y'all. It's a wrap on that. No more insecure. What did you guys think about the episode? Did you get choked up at all? Or was I the only one to cry baby? All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get off of here. Look, I'm like the kids. I got on one of these little outfits. Look, child, I ain't never wore nothing like this. It's actually kind of warm today. It's crazy. The weather is weird. It's like, feels like tornado weather. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas holiday. If you're celebrating Kwanzaa right now, then I hope you guys are enjoying your Kwanzaa. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes yesterday. Some of you guys sent messages. Some of you guys sent the little coin. Some of you guys just said happy birthday to me in my Instagram comments. I got text messages. I got calls. It was a lot. So I was very happy, you guys. It was a great day. Spent it with the family, went out to eat, drank way too much. And here we are on Monday trying to get this video done. So yeah, thank you guys all. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I am really debating whether or not I'm going to do Top of the Blogs this week. I really want to just take the rest of the week off after Love and Hip Hop, but I probably will do Top of the Blogs. And then we'll just get back to it on Sunday, but I'm sort of debating. I just need a break, you guys. I need a break of no work on my real job and no work on my YouTube job. Just everything detached is what I really want to do. So, but you know, bitch also got to make, you know, I got to get her a little bit of this here. So I got to make sure that my money is where I need it to be before I start saying I ain't doing no more videos this week. So anyway, you guys, let me get on off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.